Everybody knows that one of the 5 C's of Arizona is our climate. It's one of the things that draw people to live here, visit here, and make Arizona such an amazing place to live, especially here in Phoenix. But did you know that some parts of Phoenix are actually zoned for flooding? What? Trust me, we had the same response when my husband and I went to buy a house. So today we're talking all about flood zones. FEMA is responsible for determining where the different flood zones are. And if you're buying a house in a flood zone and you're getting a loan from a lender, they're going to require additional insurance. As we saw after Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, most homeowners insurance does not include flood coverage, even if you think it is. That's why the additional insurance is required by your lender, because they want to be protected in case of a flood. Few people associate rain and flooding with any parts of Arizona, let alone the Phoenix area. But those who were around in 2015 and saw the Great Flood, as some people refer to it, where the freeways were shut down, most roads were closed, and thousands of homes were flooded, you'll understand why they call it a 100-year flood. Essentially, that's what the floodplain is who's going to be susceptible to the 100-year flood. Now, I understand that it can be frustrating that you have this additional expense because, what's the chances that you're going to own the home during the 1 in 100? But your lender wants to be protected. And frankly, you should want to be protected too, because as we've seen, the climate can be pretty unpredictable lately. Whether it's too hot, too cold, rainy, where did some of this come from? Or just absolutely perfect and all of the reasons that we all love to live here. But even if you don't have a loan on your home, you still should consider looking up your home to see if you fall into the map. You can see the link down below. It's the FEMA flood map zone, and you can check out by address. And the cool thing is you can find out before you buy a house if you're even going to be subject to the extra insurance. At the end of the day, it's just really good to be prepared. I know a lot of the homeowners in the path of Hurricane Florence this year had no clue that they were subject to flooding and probably didn't have the coverage they needed because, again, most people assume it's just covered by your homeowner's insurance. Little known fact, oftentimes the flooding doesn't have to be natural causes. If your bathroom floods or your pipes burst, you may not actually be covered there either. So it's always good to check your insurance policy, even if you're not in the flood zone, and make sure that you're covered in case of an emergency. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you've learned a little bit of something, and be sure that you get out your policy and make sure you're covered. But before you do that, run over to that website, to the FEMA website, and see if your house is located in a floodplain, and drop a note below. Tell me if you are with the hashtag #FloodZone. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. New videos drop every Tuesday on all things East Valley.